Greetings from Costa Rica, folks. Just like everywhere else in the world, 2020 was a pretty terrible year for Guanacaste, this northwestern province of the country in which I live. Today, I'm going to give 3 simple ideas as to how you can make Guanacaste, Costa Rica, a better place in 2021. Stay tuned. Greetings from Costa Rica, folks. My name is Matt Rosensteel, and I'm a realtor in Tamarindo, Guanacaste, Costa Rica. I've had the pleasure of living here since 2008. I've now been through 2 major crises here in Costa Rica, and after looking at the chaotic aftermath, the fallout of both of these crises, I wanted to put together a very short video giving people ideas as to how we all can make Guanacaste, Costa Rica a better place in 2021 than it was in 2020. If you like straightforward information about Costa Rica and you're considering moving here, do be sure to subscribe to my channel. It'll only take you a second, and it'll make me feel great for hours afterwards. So let's talk about 3 simple ideas that we can all do to make Guanacaste a better place in 2021. My first and foremost passionate plea that I want to make to everyone living here, investing here, either now or in the future, the key to people's success here in Guanacaste and the key to helping most of the communities we find is steady and fair employment. The major crisis that hit us in 2020 was all of a sudden thousands of people losing their jobs overnight. Okay, that actually happens in Guanacaste regularly. Every September as we enter our low season, a lot of people get laid off from major hotels, on and on. Every economic crisis that comes along in the 1980s, there was one here in Costa Rica. Every decade, Guanacaste suffers through economic crises. And the people that suffer are the ones who have not had steady, fair employment. And what I mean is that people should be paying legal benefits to all their employees. They should also be paying above the minimum wage because the minimum wages here are a joke compared to the cost of living. And finally, anybody who's working with employees should 100% try to find ways to help your employees save some way in their employment. One way is through all the legal benefits you should be accruing as an employer. Another way could be any kind of direct program where you say to them, look, I'll put away $10 a week in a bank account for you if you continue to work with us and as a benefit to your job. The people that first suffered and suffered most during the pandemic and the travel shutdown last year were the people who had no jobless benefits lined up to them. Many people who were cut off one day to the next by their employer without so much as the legal, normal benefits that they're supposed to get when they're fired. And really, they were the people who were most vulnerable. And there's a huge population here in Guanacaste that is semi-employed or fully employed in a situation where they're not getting paid fairly, where they don't have the capacity to save anything, and where they're going to be fired at the drop of a hat when some rich person decides that they would rather close their business instead of operate it at a loss. I don't blame you. That's how you stay rich. It's okay. But that creates vulnerability and that hurts people here. So in 2021, if everyone focuses on legally employing your workforce and doing everything you can to employ them come what may, or at least give them the savings so that they can deal with that period of employment, please, 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 let's all strive for steady legal employment. If you need ideas on how to generate employment, give me a call. You need to have a housekeeper, somebody making local pinto for you, somebody doing all kinds of work to make your life easier, and you need to be paying them fairly for it. Number two, the second way we can make Guanacaste a better place in 2021 is to contribute our time, energy, and resources to the right NGOs and nonprofits. Here I say the right NGOs and nonprofits very ardently, because I have seen huge amounts of resources, time, energy, etc., lots of money go to the wrong NGOs. I'm not going to make any specific accusations and definitely not get into how you should give or really who you should give to. I plan to do follow-up videos focusing on some of the NGOs that I specifically support. But really my general comment is that please, before you start donating your time, energy, and money, do some research, understand that organization's budget, aspirations, cash flow, understand where your resources are going, and really do try to make an effort to understand that organization's impact. There are many organizations that can produce glossy documents and huge numbers of results on and on and on. Having worked in the nonprofit world for 6 years, I found that very much those numbers don't always tell a true story, and that very often those huge budgets used to accomplish everything on the glossy poster really wasn't worth the money, and many times NGOs with tiny budgets and very direct, impact-oriented missions were much better bets. Finally, number three, a way to make Guanacaste better in 2021. Another desperate appeal to spend your money, not just locally, but in the right ways. I very passionately believe and understand that when you buy more locally, when you employ local people, very quickly the community around you benefits from the ripple effect of that money in many more ways than the ripple effects of when you go to Walmart, for example. When I say spend your money right, I really want to consider if you're building a home, first of all, where's your construction crew from? Are you going to hire a contractor who brings people from another part of the country? Or if you search hard enough, can you find a talented crew that's got local results and where you'll actually be employing the local community to even build your home from the outset? Second of all, in spending your money right, I passionately believe that if you decide to spend your money on hiring somebody for something, do be sure that you're paying them the fair price for what they do and not just trying to get the absolute best rate for their services, because over time your community will benefit immensely from everyone earning a better living, and over time you're going to have much better relationships with people who know that you respect them, who have an economic incentive to come to your house to make that repair versus other people. And you're just going to have a lot better karma if you take your money and, where you can, spend it with your friends, give people in your community both jobs and sales of whatever they have. Again, I recommend you can get somebody to make you pinto on a weekly basis. You can get somebody to come in and clean your house, obviously, to take care of your gardens. You can do all kinds of things to have people earn a living through your home and property. Don't hesitate to do it, because your community will greatly benefit. Again, my name is Matt Rosensteel. Thanks so much for tuning in today. This was How to Make Costa Rica a Better Place in 2021. Thanks for watching.